That's not normal of a broker on the floor of the stock exchange. If I am able to impact someone's life in a positive way, then my job is done. They weren't trying to get rid of the human being in the broker, but they surely were making it a lot more difficult. Young people stopping me on the street corner saying, "Oh my God, I watch you, I love you." And you know what? While we're out here, I'm going to talk about this because this is sort of powerful. I just came back. Look, most people in this building obviously have not built social media platforms, which is something I've done, right? For me, it's incredibly exciting. To have 1 million plus, 2 million followers is incredibly exciting. To be able to be noticed everywhere. You know, look, it's not even a big ego thing, although I have a reasonable ego. I love the fact that this gentleman just came up to me. He's from Scotland. He goes, "I watch your stuff. I've been watching you for years. You inspire me. You motivate me. I love what you do, and I love your videos." I see that everywhere I go, whether it's on the subway, whether it's on the subway, whether it's in Europe. I was just in the south of France for 4 days. Literally, I could barely walk down the street there. Young people stopping me on the street corner saying, "Oh my God, I watch you, I love you." I mean, that's amazing for me. Like, that's not normal of a broker on the floor of the stock exchange. You know, I mean, it started probably a number of years ago when I started on social media. It obviously escalated when I went from 260,000 followers to 1.2 million. It's obviously the engagement, the algorithm, and the Snapchat, and and the brand partnerships, and all that stuff has exploded this whole thing onto the scene that I noticed and recognized everywhere I go. And look, it's fine for ego and whatnot, but there's more to it. It's not like just let me take a picture with you. It's like, you know what? I watch what you do. You motivate me. You inspire me. I'm learning about the stock market because of you, right? Like even like Noor or younger traders who have seen me, who didn't know anything about the stock market, who were following me and they seeing me and they're motivated and whatnot. That's incredible. That is one of my legacies that I love. Or even like the School of Hard Knocks or whatever. Just being recognized is one thing. Just being the most photographed man on Wall Street is another. But the fact that the message I'm putting across is accessible, right? People love it. They love to hear it. They've been watching me for a while. Like, I got into trading because of you. I've been watching your videos and they motivate and excite me. You are entertaining. You are just the best. I mean, my kid watches you. My 8-year-old watches you. Like, that's the greatest feeling in the world. So, I mean, at the end of the day, first of all, I love the fame. I love the recognition. But more than that, look, at the end of the day, my father always talked about one thing. At the end of the day, nobody gets out of here alive. If I am able to impact someone's life in a positive way, well, then my job is done. That's the bottom line. That's the exciting part of this whole thing, right? I mean, that's what I'm doing. There are people, there's got to be 100 people out on this street who've been watching my videos, who know about the stock market because of me, right? They got into trading because of me. They learned about trading because of me. They met me. They saw my Instagram. They got on with David Green. They watched our videos. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's that inspiration, motivation, education, right? That's accessible, affordable, and fun. That's what it's all about. That's the fun part of this game, right? Look, I mean, you could have social media presence, posting pictures on the back of a fancy car with stacks of $10,000 bills and all that. I don't know how exciting that is. But the bottom line is, if I can impact someone's life in a positive way, and they recognize me and they've been listening to me and they've been taking my advice, even though I'm not an advisor, right? But they get to do that. They get to change. I get to change their lives. I get to motivate and inspire them. That's what it's all about. That's the exciting part of this puzzle. So for me, that's what this is the best thing about. So all that being said, I'm not a tech guy. Obviously, I've taken a little bit on in tech because it's important, right? I mean, I can't be doing all my social media stuff if I can't, be able to work a phone and know how the algo works and post stuff. That's one thing. But from a perspective of the stock exchange, like, I was the most resistant of technology coming into the space of trading on the floor. Like, for the longest time, it was like, I don't want to do that. It's driving me crazy. I can't redo it. I don't even own a computer. I don't know any of this shit, right? I don't want any part of it. And then slowly, I had to surrender to it, and I had to just understand it. And so what ended up happening was, in the old days, up until 2000 and whatever, 2004 or 5, everything was done with open outcry, right? I mean, the bottom line was we traded all the stocks personally. We traded them by hand, right? We traded them, one person at another. We screamed and yelled, open outcry, auction market, right? That was the fun part of this thing. And then obviously as 2005, 6, 7 kind of came along, they started inferring some electronic trading into the market. And basically we went to a point where I can now, in the old days, I would get an order, come from upstairs, come down to the floor, from a clerk to a clerk. The order was generated, we wrote it down, he would beep the broker would come in, he'd hand me the order. Really? I would run out to the stock, I would interact with the market maker. I'd say, how is it? He'd say, there's 2 buyers here at the quarter level, 2 sellers at the half level, what do you want to do? I would give my input. I'd say, well, I'm a working buyer of 50,000. I'm going to buy 10,000 here. Anybody else want to do something? And then I'm going to just work the order. Maybe I'll give the order to the market maker. Maybe I'll work with the other buyers. I'm not out there to screw anybody over. We want to work together. It's a negotiation. Open outcry, creating smooth and active markets. That's what the market maker does. That's the interaction. That's the human element of the human broker and the market maker and all the rest of that stuff. So, but it went from that part to an electronic marketplace where basically I can send out 1,000 orders in 4 seconds on my handheld computer. So they weren't trying to get rid of the human being and the broker, but they surely were making it a lot more difficult. So what ended up happening was I was not able to do things the old way. They basically said, Peter, this is the way of the future. If you're going to want to work here prolonged any further, you're going to have to learn the game, learn how this electronic market works, and you're going to have to pick up the handheld computer. And so I did do that. I picked up the handheld computer. They're going to try. I had to pick up the handheld computer. The handheld computers, which we ended up being given, it was a Palm Pilot first. Then it was this more of like an iPad, and now it's like a full, it's a tablet, right? And the orders come down through it. They're routed. We can send them out using different algorithms. So while there's still a human interaction in it, right? I mean, I still have to go out to the market maker. I still have to find out who's on the other side of the market, where the buyers are, where the sellers are. We still need to know all that information. Is it a little bit detached from the open outcry, one-on-one, human being part of the market? Absolutely. But to the best of their ability, they've maintained the human element. And so I do that as well. Now, I can send out 1,000 orders out in 4 seconds. Yeah, but there's nothing I can do about that. I can't fight progress. I can't fight the technology. That's the way this business works. And it's not just this business. It's any business. If you go out to publishing, marketing, branding, whatever it is, you're going to see that every business has a certain element of technology that's involved in the market. What time is it? It's 1:20? Sure. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a breakdown on the transition from the open outcry auction market to basically adding some technology in the handheld computer. I've sort of found a little bit of a line. My social media is obviously as human as I can get. The bottom line is we still have a lot of fun. There's human element interaction. I go out to the book. I ask the market maker what's going on. Our role as a broker and a market maker is more relevant than ever before. The fact that you've got this volatility of up 1,000, down 1,000, intraday moves of 2, 3, 4, 5% is madness, right? But it's the way it is. It's the bottom line. That's how it is. So we have to just maneuver our way through that kind of stuff, right? And understand how we're going to do it by maintaining the integrity of the market. Okay, there are algorithms, there are traders, there are market makers, look, I get to talk to the brokers, I get to talk to the market makers. We still need that human element more than ever before. Okay, we're going to try and maintain this. The stock exchange has offered us the added edge of being a human in an electronic market. That's a key line. The stock exchange has offered us the added advantage of being a human being in an electronic marketplace. We are humans in an interactive market that is electronic, but we are still there doing what we have to do from the human point of view, right? And so that's the best of all the worlds. That's electronic, it's human, it's the marketplace, it's the market maker, all put together in one big fucking gemischta salad, and it's great. So we get the best advantage of all of it, right? Because that human being needs to know what's going on. The people in the crowd need to know what's going on, right? The investment community needs to understand where we're at on this thing. And if we can add value from a human perspective in an electronic market, that's the best of all worlds.